You're living on the top floor of a house and you're burning the basement and you think you're going to be fine. I love trees. I believe trees will save the world.
Good stories can also birth new worlds.
I came home with a very large tub of shea butter.
Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in. I'm Fatima. If you follow Ecosia, you will know me from some of our videos there. Today, we have a very special video. We have a production from our tree planting partners in Ghana, Tree-Aid, whom you might actually know from a video we recently published on the channel called Rescuing Rivers. But before we show you that film, we're going to have a conversation with a very special person. Adjoa, feel free to tell us a bit more about you, but also how you came upon Tree-Aid and working together with them.
I grew up in the Cotswolds in Gloucestershire, in England. My father's Ghanaian, my mother is English. So I grew up surrounded by nature. I was always in the fields and in the woods. I used to take books and I used to go and sit in the middle of the woods and read. Where I grew up, there was lots of sheep farming. And my mum used to explain to me how on the brow of the hill you will see a stand of trees. And they would tell the drovers, if it was a lot of trees, that would tell you that there was food and shelter for humans and animals. If there were fewer trees, it would tell you that there was shelter and water for animals. So, you know, trees are forms of communication as well. I love the way that trees under the soil, the roots will join with those trees who are wounded or suffering, that there are familial groups amongst trees. You know, there's something so marvelous about the long-lived nature of trees. I love trees. I believe trees will save the world. I don't think there's a downside to trees, is there? Maybe if there's your neighbour's has gone mad and has grown trees and they're blocking your light. My dad had a huge avocado tree in the garden, which nearly took the roof off, so we had to take that back. But I don't see a downside to trees. So I was already sold on trees before Tree-Aid came along. I can't remember who approached me to join Tree-Aid. I joined in 2022. I've done, Radio 4 appeals. I met with Tree-Aid folk in Bristol, which is where I was born, and I really wanted to get involved, especially because what Tree-Aid is doing is it's harnessing nature to support the resilience of local communities that live in agricultural areas. You know, and as an organisation, it's empowering the whole community to be more self-realising. And when that happens, I was very aware in Ghana when I went to the Lacaldo project up in Yendi region. I was very conscious of how the standing of women who are involved with Tree-Aid in the community seemed like it was growing. All the women were saying to me, we need to be able to crush our shea nuts in our village. We need to not have to walk 3 kilometers with, a heavy load, get it crushed and then walk back with a heavy load. We should be doing it in situ. It would be faster. It would be less onerous and they can get on and become more productive. I came home with a very large tub of shea butter off the trees.
Yeah, and you know exactly where it came from and how it empowered people.
To see how it's made and how it gets to us. So I think there's always things that can be done. There's a fantastic, well, you'll see it in the film, what fantastic, brilliant idea. You use up your grass to make the briquettes rather than burning wood from trees. And the machine, because it's on a sort of hydraulic system, it broke while it was being demonstrated. That's problematic because people are working within very restricted means. So to expand those sorts of things, so you have a sturdier mechanism, or you have more of them, so that there's not one under pressure, and you can make more briquettes. The fantastic idea of the stoves that the village had, so rather than having a pot on 3 stones with a fire, you've got a sort of enclosed stove, which means it's much more fuel efficient. Really simple things that kind of can ease people's days, but also easing pressure on the environment as well. The knowledge and the skill set that people are getting because they're involved in agroforestry now, in terms of food production, in terms of husbanding the trees, in terms of the nurseries. It's all about leaning into people's resilience and self-reliance and self-determination. And that's what I really love about this project.
Adjoa, can you talk a little bit more about also who are the people that inspired you when you were on the ground?
I don't really talk so much about people inspiring me. I'm interested in how people work collectively. I'm interested in how they are inspired by what they are doing, and how the relationship with TreeAid can be productive for people's own self-actualization. There was an amazing young woman called Abigail, who's a TreeAid worker. She was very quiet, quite reticent, but she was there and she wanted to be in the conversation. And then when I went, okay, Abigail, what do you want to say? Bang, she had so much to say. And for me,
I think I met her as well.
For me, this is what's lovely. It's like when people, they can breathe into their power, into their knowledge, into their agency. That for me is a powerful thing. When I was talking to Ndali, who's she's probably a bit younger than me, a woman who works in the nursery. She's very focused. She's very efficient. She knows what she's doing. It's a real purposeful part of the growth of this community. So seeing those women, coming into themselves in a new way is another example of how the agroforestry, the TreeAid intervention, the Ecosia support in this community is doing. It's all doing more than one thing at a time. It's doing people,
absolutely.
It's doing environment, it's doing expanded incomes, and all those things are about future possibility. So it's allowing people to, have some choices about how they want their future to go, what the destiny is.
Exactly. Everyone that works for TreeAid, including Robert, Abigail, as you were mentioning, they're all in the communities, with the communities. They know the communities super well. They're part of the communities. And that is so important, because at the end of the day, tree planting is not about all the technical stuff behind it. Like, yes, it's easy to dig a hole and plant a tree, but what really matters when we make sure that the trees thrive for decades to come is that the communities thrive.
We're a symbiotic ecosystem. If one fails, the other fails. If we destroy our environment, I always think of it like you're living on the top floor of a house and you're burning the basement and you think you're going to be fine. The communities that are polluting the least are the ones that are hit the most. And so the other thing that TreeAid is doing, and the work that Robert's doing with the community there, is like saying, I have to make my own pushback against stuff that's not of my making, but I can't stand here and bewail the fact that you are ruining my life with your consumption over there. It's like, in the meantime, while the consuming world continues to ignore what they're doing, it's a way for communities to have agency of their own circumstances as well.
Absolutely. So maybe one last question, Adjoa. I wonder, what would be a message that you would like to share with the Ecosia committee that will be watching this about the importance of supporting projects like TreeAid?
You're supporting communities, not individuals. It's like, like boats on the tide. We rise together. I feel that we are one connected world. We are one. It doesn't matter if I feel it or not. We are one connected world. And I would say to anybody who is, interested from your Ecosia community in supporting TreeAid, whatever support you give will be rewarded manifold times within the communities who receive your support. People are doing amazing things with so little. They are, they're protecting our environment. When trees are planted, not only does it hold the soil together and allow nature to replenish itself and produce fruits for market and all that, and give us shade and hold topsoil together and protect rivers so that they can flow because the soil isn't flowing into them. It's also, putting oxygen back into the atmosphere. It's cleaning our environment. It's supporting our environment. And to support TreeAid, you are supporting your world. You're putting out the fire in the basement of the house. And if everybody does it step by step, in whatever small or large way they can do that, then we become a movement that's pushing in a positive and a hopeful manner. And it's sort of like an investment in our future. Yep, that's Absolutely. What I would say.
I could not have put it better. Thank you so much, Edra. I think that also storytelling and telling good stories can also birth new worlds. So I'm always super inspired by the stories that our tree planting partners bring us, like this film that you guys produced together with Edra. Thank you so much.
And
Everyone.
and thank you to Ecosia for standing shoulder to shoulder with Tree Aid.
Yeah, we're so honored to be able to show this film. And we hope that you enjoy it as well. Make sure to watch it, share it, and like it, and share the work of Tree Aid. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Fatima.
Women are disproportionately impacted by the effects of the climate crisis. When the land fails to produce because of erratic weather patterns, droughts or floods, it is the women of the home who are the first to forego food. I travelled from my father's home in the south to the north of Ghana to meet the farmers of the Lakaldo district, in particular the women of the village, where Tree Aid is supporting them as they combat the effects of climate change and seek a brighter future for their families.
We've come particularly to have a look at work that's happening here that Tree Aid has supported and is taking forward with the help of amazing organisations like Ecosia. If you search using Ecosia, the money that is generated through their advertisements is put into the growing of trees.
Here in Ghana and across rural West Africa, women and their communities are at the mercy of increasingly unpredictable weather patterns. When I was there, I met Ndali, a 50-year-old mother of 8. As with many rural farmers, life had been hard for her. Her days starting at 4 a.m, she would complete her household chores, prepare breakfast, dress her younger children, send them off to school, before setting off for a long, grueling day farming her family's small plot of land. With few tools, in parched or flooded land, her days were long and challenging. Ndali had to look for other ways to earn an income and support her family. This is where Tree Aid came into her story. Her farming skills made her ideally placed to become a tree nursery worker in the Tree Aid tree nursery. She was given tools and training to look after the trees here.
The seedlings are here between the rainy seasons, and in that period they grow sufficiently that they can be planted out.
The trees she cares for here, such as shea trees, baobab trees, moringa trees, eventually get planted out, and the community earns an income from the sale of the produce they get for them.
Farmland that quite often has lost most of its trees are now being replenished with trees. It provides shade for the crops, it provides nutrition for the soil, and for those of us who like to moisturize our skin, I give you shea butter. This is where it comes from.
Shea butter is made from the nuts of the shea tree and so is sold to be used in cosmetics and in cooking.
Isn't that amazing? And so the seedlings that we were looking at in the nursery become this, that we put on our skin and that can be sold at market, and that is a whole industry for all the women here.
Ndali can also use the tools and implement this training on her own crops to give her family better yields. That's more food to eat, more food to sell. The solar-powered borehole here, provided by Tree Aid, means community members no longer have to walk miles to collect the water they need. The change in Ndali's fortunes is evident to see. Tree Aid works across the Sahel, growing trees and empowering women in rural communities to look after these trees, harvest the fruits and nuts to eat, and earn an income from them. The environmental benefits are obvious.
Trees stabilize the river bank
Okay.
and do not allow for erosion to take place and do not allow soil to be washed into the river to cause siltation.
Yeah.
And then the trees also filter and make the water clean, that the community people can really get it to drink more.
Fantastic. So we keep the topsoil, we don't silt up the river, and we purify the water.
Exactly.
That's trees.
The impact Tree Aid is making here is enormous. It is a commonly accepted fact that women hold the key to delivering lasting change for their communities and the planet. But we know there is so much more that needs to be done here. A final word from Ndali. I'm hoping that the trees will grow, become mature trees and begin to produce so that my children, my grandchildren, and even other community members can benefit.
There is so much potential here. People here need you. We need you as an organisation. We need these people as a world because they are helping to make our world better and we are helping to make their world better. And it's one world. So thank you to all of you who care about Tree Aid and continue to support our work.
With your support, we can bring the power of trees to more women like Ndali, enabling them to grow more trees, to protect the environment and provide food and income opportunities for their families and communities.